Jai Hind friends. In last video we have seen the property of Jacobian. In this property we have seen that if u, v and w are functions of x, y and z, then this Jacobian del x y z over del u v w multiplied by del u v w over del x y z will always be 1. Thus, if we calculate this Jacobian by expressing x, y and z in terms of u and w, and then we calculate this Jacobian by expressing u, v and w in terms of x, y and z only, then the product of the two results after simplification will always give 1. This property we could have extend this property to more variables also. Now, in this lecture we are going to understand application of this property in finding Jacobian, and for this we shall take an example. Example says, if u is equals to x y z, v equals to x square plus y square plus z square, and w is x plus y plus z, find this Jacobian del x y z over del u v w. Here this Jacobian del x y z over del u v w is required. To calculate this Jacobian, we have already seen that x should be expressed in terms of u, v and w if we are trying to find value by direct procedure. Y should also be expressed in terms of u, v and w, and the similar situation for z should be there. Here we observe that it is not the case, because we have u, v and w in terms of x, y and z, but x is not easy to express in terms of u, v and w, and similarly y and z also. Therefore, it is not possible for us to find this Jacobian directly by the method discussed in the beginning. Now, for this we shall use the property, and to apply that property we shall first find this Jacobian del u v w over del x y z. To find this Jacobian del u v w over del x y z, we can see that u is expressed in terms of x, y and z. V is also expressed in terms of x, y and z, and same situation for w, and therefore we can find this Jacobian by using direct formula. We proceed. This Jacobian del u v w over del x y z can be written as del u over del x, del u over del y, del u over del z, del v over del x, del v over del y, del v over del z, del w over del x, del w over del y, and del w over del z. This Jacobian is to be calculated, and for this I substitute these partial derivatives del u over del x, del u over del y, del u over del z, etc. from given values of u, v and w. Now, this del u upon del x when calculated from this u will give y z, del u upon del y when calculated from this u will give x z, del u over del z calculated from this u will give x y, del v over del x calculated from this term will be twice x. Similarly, del v over del y will be twice y, and del v over del z will be twice z. The third row of the determinant will be 1 1 1, because partial derivatives of w with respect to x, y or z all are 1. Now, this is our Jacobian, and I want to simplify this Jacobian. We know that the expansion of Jacobian or expansion of determinant is not a favorite process for us, because it takes time, it becomes tedious sometime, and therefore we try to apply some transformations introducing zeros in the determinant, and it makes our procedure simpler. Here I observe that these two elements are 1 and these can be transformed to 0 with the help of this one easily, and therefore I apply suitable transformation. If I apply C2 replaced by C2 minus C1, then this element will be transformed to 0. If I apply C3 replaced by C3 minus C1, this element will again be transformed to 0, and accordingly the remaining elements of columns will be changed. By C2 minus C1, I apply this Zx minus Yz, I obtain this element. 2y minus 2x becomes next element. Third we have already seen it is 0. From C3 replaced by C3 minus C1, I obtain xy minus yz as first element, 2z minus 2x as second element, and 1 minus 1 will be third element. Now some elements are 0 and this determinant can be further simplified now. Here we observe that this term can be written as z times x minus y. Second term can be written as minus 2 times x minus y. This x minus y can be taken outside from second column, and therefore this x minus y is written outside, and I am left here with z minus 2 and 0. In a similar manner, this x minus z can be taken common from third column. Taking x minus z outside, I am left with y here, minus 2 here, and last element is 0, it will remain unchanged. Now this determinant can be expanded easily. Expanding this determinant, I obtain, expansion will be done along third row, and I obtain minus 2z plus 2y. Remaining two elements will be 0, so they are not mentioned here, and it can be written as twice x minus y, y minus z into x minus z. This value is the value of our Jacobian del u v w over del x y z. But we were not trying to find exactly this Jacobian, we were trying to find the Jacobian del x y z over del u v w, and to write the value of this Jacobian we shall use the specified property. It is our property del x y z over del v w multiplied by del u v w over del x y z is always 1. This value del u v w over del x y z can be written as this expression, and this gives del x y z over del v w is equal to minus 1 upon 2 x minus y, y minus z, z minus x, which is our required expression. What I did? Let me sum up. The value of del x y z over del u v w, this Jacobian, was to be calculated. By applying usual process, it was not possible for us to find this Jacobian because x, y and z were not expressed in terms of u, v and w. But I observed that u, v and w are expressed in terms of x, y and z explicitly, and therefore I can calculate this Jacobian del u, v w over del x, y z by usual process. I calculated this Jacobian by direct formula, simplified, and I obtained the value of this Jacobian as minus 2 x minus y, y minus z, z minus x. Then we used the property del x y z over del v w times del u v w over del x y z equal to 1, and substituting this value here, I obtained required value which is written here. This completes our question, and we have seen an example how to apply the procedure to find this Jacobian if another Jacobian can be found by usual process. Now, we move towards next property of Jacobians. Property says if u and v are functions of r and s, where r and s are functions of x and y, then how to calculate this Jacobian del u v over del x y. Suppose I take u is equal to r square plus s square, v equals to r cube plus s cube, where r equal to x minus y and s equals to x plus y. Suppose I have these relations. From first relation, I observe that u is a function of r and s, v is also a function of r and s, r and s both are functions of independent variables x and y. It means if I substitute r and s from here in these expressions, the values of u and v will be expressed in terms of x and y, and when values of u and v will be expressed in terms of x and y, then we can find this Jacobian del u v over del x y by usual process. Here we are going to understand that it is not necessary to substitute r and s exactly in this u and v, but without substituting these values of r and s in u and v, that is without converting u and v into x and y, we can still able to find this Jacobian del u v over del x y. How? By using directly this formula. This Jacobian del u v over del x y, it is y, is nothing but del u v over del r s multiplied by del r s over del x y. Thus, what property says? Property says that if we are trying to calculate this Jacobian del u v over del x y, where u and v are expressed in terms of r and s like this, and r and s are expressed in terms of x and y like this, then to calculate this Jacobian, I just calculate this Jacobian del u v over del r s, because u and v are functions of r and s, therefore there is no difficulty in finding this, at least theoretically. Similarly, del r s over del x y can be calculated from given values of r and s, and then multiplying these two Jacobians, I can directly find the value of this Jacobian. Now, we shall illustrate this property with the help of example. The property for 3 variables, let me first explain, then we will go to example. If u, v and w are functions of r, s and t, where r, s and t are functions of x, y and z, then del u v w over del x y z can be calculated by using a similar formula. The formula is del u v w over del r s t multiplied by del r s t over del x y z. Thus, I shall first find this Jacobian, then find this Jacobian, and multiplying these two, I can obtain the value of this Jacobian del u v w over del x y z. The property can be generalized to more number of variables also. Now we take example. Example says, if u equals x square minus y square, v equals twice xy, x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, then show that del uv over del r theta is equals to 4 r cube. The values of u and v are given in terms of x and y. The value of x as well as y are given in terms of r and theta, and we want to calculate this Jacobian del uv over del r theta. In fact, we are to show that this value comes out to be 4 r cube. What we will do? We will use the property mentioned in last slide, and we know that this Jacobian del uv over del r theta can be written as del uv over del xy multiplied by del xy over del r theta. This del uv over del r theta can be written as del uv over del xy into del xy over del r theta, and therefore we shall calculate each of these Jacobians separately, and substituting both of these values here, I shall be able to write this Jacobian del uv over del r theta. Here we are trying to first calculate this Jacobian del uv over del xy, and because u and v are explicitly expressed in terms of x and y, and therefore we can find this Jacobian directly. This del uv over del xy is del u over del x, del u over del y, del v over del x, del v over del y. Partial derivatives will be substituted here. Del u over del x from this u comes out to be twice x. Del u over del y from this u comes out to be minus 2y. Del v over del x from here comes out to be twice y, and del v over del y is 2x. Simplifying it, multiplying these two, it will give 4x square. Multiplying these two will be minus 4y square, and subtracting, I obtain the value of Jacobian del u over del xy as 4x square plus 4y square. Now we move towards next Jacobian. Next Jacobian is del xy over del r theta. Del xy over del r theta is del x over del r, del x over del theta, del y over del r, del y over del theta. Because values of x and y are given as x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta. Therefore, del x over del r will be cos theta. Del x over del theta calculated from here will be minus r sin theta. Del y over del r calculated from here will be sin theta. Del y over del theta calculated from here will be r cos theta. Simplifying it, I obtain r cos square theta plus r sin square theta. This r can be taken outside, and it becomes r times cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is nothing but r, because this term cos square theta plus sin square theta will always be 1. Now, this Jacobian del uv over del xy is already calculated. Del xy over del r theta is calculated now, and multiplying these two, I obtain the value of del uv over del r theta. I multiply and I get the value as this. Because the value of del uv over del r theta is calculated, but in given example we were to prove that this value is nothing but 4 times r cube. Here x and y are also appearing, and therefore I need to remove these x and y to express this expression in the form 4 r cube. For this we shall use the given values of x and y. Value of x was r cos theta, value of y was r sin theta. Substituting those values here, I obtain r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta times r. This r square can be taken outside. I obtain cos square theta plus sin square theta, and this value comes out to be 1, and it becomes del uv upon del r theta is equal to 4 r cube, which was our required result. Let me sum up what happened. We were to prove that this Jacobian del uv over del r theta is equals to 4 r cube. U and v were known in terms of x and y. Therefore, I calculated this Jacobian by direct computation. Value came out to be 4x square plus y square. Then we calculated second Jacobian del xy over del r theta. The value came out to be r. Then multiplying these two, I obtained this expression, because the required value for which we are looking is 4 r cube. So, these x and y were to be eliminated to give this 4 r cube, and for this I substituted the given values of x and y, and simplification proved that the value of the Jacobian is 4 r cube. Now, we move towards our last property, which we are going to understand in this Jacobian. This property is quite important, even more important, because this property will help us in finding the Jacobian of implicit functions. Property says that if u and v are implicit functions of x and y, and x, y, u and v are connected by some implicit function, then say the function be f1 x y u v equal to 0 and f2 x y u v equal to 0, then this Jacobian del u v over del x y can be written as del f1 f2 over del x y whole divided by del f1 f2 over del u v multiplied by minus 1 raised to the power 2. What I have said? I said that if u and v are implicit functions of x and y, that is, we are given some mixed relation involving x, y and u and v, and these mixed relations are given as f1 x y u v equal to 0 and f2 x y u v equal to 0, then from these mixed relation, the previous properties which we have studied to find Jacobian will not be applicable. In this case, what we are to do? We are to calculate Jacobian of f1 f2 with respect to x and y by taking remaining variables as constant. Then we are to calculate this Jacobian del f1 f2 over del uv, and multiplying this result by minus 1 whole square, we shall obtain the value of del xy over del uv. Before moving ahead, we need to understand that what is the use of this minus 1 whole square, because this minus 1 whole square will always be 1, then why we are mentioning it here? This minus 1 whole square is mentioned because we are using a Jacobian of 2 by 2. The similar property we will learn for 3 variables, 4 variables also, and in this case when there will be 3 by 3 Jacobian, this will become minus 1 raised to the power 3. In a 4 by 4 Jacobian, it will become minus 1 raised to the power 4. In n by n Jacobian, it will become minus 1 raised to the power n. Now, we understand this same property for 3 variables. Property says if u, v and w are implicit functions of x, y and z, then these implicit functions u, v and w will be connected through some relations, and these relations are expressed as f1 x, y, z u, v, w equal to 0, f2 x, y, z u, v, w equal to 0, f3 x, y, z u, v, w equal to 0. Then to calculate this Jacobian del u, v, w over del x, y, z, I can use this formula del f1 f2 f3 over del x, y, z whole divided by del f1 f2 f3 over del u, v, w whole multiplied by minus 1 raised to the power 3. Minus 1 raised to the power 3 is occurring because we are working here with 3 by 3 Jacobian. What I have said? I said that if I have some mixed relation involving 3 variables and 3 functions, then to find this Jacobian del u, v, w over del x, y, z, what is required? Calculate this Jacobian del f1 f2 f3 over del x, y, z. Then this calculate this Jacobian del f1 f2 f3 over del u, v, w and multiply the result minus 1 raised to the power 3 because it is 3 by 3 Jacobian, and simplification will give the value of this Jacobian. This property is very powerful property, very useful property, because there is no restrictions in the form of u, v, w and x, y, z. If we are able to find a relation among u, v, w and x, y, z, then directly we shall be able to find the Jacobian with the help of this property. Thus, in this lecture, we took the example of a first property, and in that example we have learned that how can we find one Jacobian of the form del u, v, w over del x, y, z if its reciprocal is known. Then we learned second property. In second property, we have seen that without expressing u and v directly in terms of actual independent variables, we can still find the Jacobian del u, v over del x, y. The property can be generalized to 3 variables also. Then we took example of that property. Now we took last property, which is most important, and the property is regarding implicit functions. Through this property, we have understood that if 3 implicit functions are there involving x, y and z as independent variables, u, v and w as functions of those independent variables, then still we are able to find the Jacobian del u, v, w over del x, y, z with the help of this property. In next lecture, we will take examples to understand this property, and that will wind up this topic, and then we will move towards next topic of the module. Thank you.